So if you've been keeping up with all of the ARK news recently, then you will know that when Genesis Part 1 launches, which is now set for June 2026, we are all going to be turning into pirates, and we are going to be sailing the seas of Genesis Part 1's brand new map-sized ocean biome. Recently, a lot of me and the cluster and a lot of me and the team have been getting in that pirate-inspired mood, and one of my moderators, McDaddy, has decided to make a few shanty tunes for us, and this is how this DLC has got me feeling. And who remembers playing Sea of Thieves? I need to be like, yeah, on the seas as we're rolling along.
Guide the cluster from the beaches to the deck. Who's the first to build a fortress and the last to check the wreck? His gaze is sharp as obsidian, but his words are warm as soup. It's Dom, the silent founder of this LoadedCrysis group.
Oh, it's just brilliant, isn't it? Like, it just makes me laugh how creative some people are sometimes. And do you know what? It brings me back so much to playing Sea of Thieves, because I remember the days of just doing like the Kraken on there, just like sailing the seas, like what's that? And I love pirate stuff. I love all the movies, I love the games, and I'm seriously so excited for this Genesis DLC to come out. Even though we're probably going to be lagging through the ships with some sort of wildcard bugs, it's still going to be super exciting. Now anyway, today we're going to be showing you a brand new dev kit. I'm not going to call it leak, it's more of like a reveal, because Studio Wildcard have updated something with the launch of Genesis Part 1 in the dev kit, and it's going to be for some of the platforms, because of course we're going to be doing a lot of building in the ocean. The ocean is going to have to become your friend, even though sometimes it's not. If you enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe, and let's get in with it. Now, of course, I wanted to start with this because this was actually our first initial Genesis reveal. This was like literally the first time we saw the artwork for the new logo, which, can I say, the new, I know it's not like entirely different, but I think it looks so clean. And then obviously we found out that the Paleo Octopus is actually going to become the Kraken in Genesis Part 1, and you can see the size difference between this thing and the Survivor is absolutely crazy. Now, Nano, who is the lore king these days in the world of ARK. It used to be Neddy the Noodle, and Neddy the Noodle handed the reins over to Nano. And he said, already not liking the new Gen 1 Ascended ocean platforms. The visible shell fragments are a huge upgrade, but I've never been a fan of the violently, I think the wood that's in the new versions. And the credits for this go to Raptor Savage, who I always seem to find is like finding this dev kit stuff and these images, so shout out to you. And he said, I should clarify, ASA's wood ocean platform is on the left and ASE's wood ocean platform is on the right. So this is ASE's apparently, and then over here is ASA's. Now, I have to say that yeah, I do kind of agree that this looks a lot cleaner, and which is surprising because, I mean, by the way, this is still early. So this is where these videos can help out, because we can be like, wildcard, maybe we're not feeling this, but also we don't know. I don't mind it. It looks like, I mean, we don't know what it's going to all look like when it's all clipped together, right? And also, one of the things about it is that, you know, we're only seeing this one piece on its own. And when it's clipped together, and also there's going to be new pirate structures coming, there's going to be pirate cosmetics, everything is going to be pirate themed in June. I think, to be honest, the look of it isn't going to matter as much in that sense of things, and they might be doing this so it clips onto everything else, so it looks like it's kind of a bit more wood. I do understand, for me, this does look a lot smoother on the old version of the game, so I have to agree with Nano there. But yeah, this is our first look right here at the updated ocean platform with Genesis Ascended. Another new great creator actually said like they are out in the dev/mod kit, and then he said it's in the dev kit, and he said assume so. He said no problem, it's the last update of the dev kit that modified the textures of the ocean platform before it's the old one. So yeah, that's what Studio Wildcard seem to do, and that's when sometimes some leaks can come out a little bit earlier for certain things, because when they do dev kit updates, and they had to do this dev kit update because there's been a lot of broken mods recently, which I'm sure you may have seen recently. If you play with certain mods, when new patches go live, I think TG stacking mod had a lot broken with it. There was some automated ARK issues, mods with automation in them, which happened, and that was just due to a patch that Wildcard released. And then they have to do an update to the dev kit, and if they're doing this, it means that the content that's up and coming for the game will most likely get updated a lot more, which is why then, since they updated it, we got our first kind of look at the new Ocean platform. I'm really interested to see what new stuff they're going to do. Like, of course, we're going to have all the returning stuff with Gen 1, and that's what I'm going to check out now. And then we're going to jump into Astraeos, because there's something I wanted to show you guys over there. Yeah, let's quickly jump into the Gen 1 stuff. So if we come over to the items from Gen 1, so obviously you have your weapons, armor, and tools here. Code key, electronic binoculars, flaming spear, mining drill, tech grenade launcher, cruise missile, fishing net, loot crate, tech claws, tech shoulder cannon. And then here we have the metal ocean platform, which, as you can see, is what we saw in that earlier photo from the last one. We have the motor flag, as you can see from the boss. We have the pressure plate from here, which, oh wow, this is so old school. If you guys remember this is such OG ARK. Well, I say such OG ARK, it's 2021, but I just remember when they were doing a extra live stream and they were announcing all of this stuff, and doing all these new announcements. And then we had the tech jump pad. We have the tech sensors, which is the other thing we were looking at. The unassembled tech hover skiff, the VR boss flag, and then we had the wood ocean platform, which is one we didn't see from earlier. So these obviously are going to be what we're going to be needing when we're sailing the seas. And I do expect that there's going to be a whole load of, you know, more stuff that's going to be added into the game, and I think people are looking forward to some of these. Do you remember these teasers as well? The tech shoulder cannon, and here's the notes and trivia about Genesis Part 1 if you haven't seen it before. So it was the first DLC to have a functional companion character travels alongside the survivor, have multiple biomes separated by borders, have a biome with reduced gravity, have an aquatic boss, have missions, and have an official in-game currency, not have any obelisks, and not have any type of Draconis. Now, coming back to separated by borders, that was actually the thing that myself, and I know a lot of the rest of the community at the time, actually didn't like having separated biomes. And I kind of agreed in a way. I didn't like it as much with the teleporting system. That's why I preferred, like, I preferred the kind of OG version of ARK, and that for me never changed. But because the ocean biome is going to be so big, and the pirate experience of the game, I think it's kind of going to be like, you're obviously still going to have pirate across the whole of the Genesis DLC, but I think because that's going to be so focused on the ocean biome, it's going to be pretty cool if you need, like, if you're on the map and you've had a little bit too much of pirate battles, it's like then you can teleport off and head over to the lunar biome or something like that. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be something new, and if Wildcard can nail this, it could be a very popular DLC for the game. And considering the player count has grown a lot recently, by the way, for the game, this could really push Wildcard up to potentially somewhere that they have not been with ASA in regards to player count for a very long time. So I actually posted this the other day, and this is on Astraeos, and you would have noticed that I went to go and look for the Kraken over here, because that's where we were sort of hoping the Kraken was going to be spawning. And everyone had told me that the reason why everything was completely pitch black is that I needed to use a color command to basically set it to 0, and then this whole open plane of space appeared. Now, this looks like nothing, right? Apart from that little bubble over there. But even when we flew to that, it was nothing. And then when we changed it, we entered a whole different world under Astraeos that no one really knows about. And as you can see, a lot of this stuff is like blocked off, which I'm guessing this is potentially the plan for the final Astraeos update, because there's definitely going to be something to do with this space, and that's why we all thought the Kraken was coming, because obviously the tentacles of the Kraken, and there's still something telling me, even though Nakata said they scrapped it, there's still something telling me that it might still come. But as you can see, there's like the force field, which a lot of, if you remember, Genesis 1 actually had a lot of these back in the DLC, and there's actually a lot here. There's loads of kind of stuff which is underneath this bait, and if we go inside of it, you can't really see anything, but apart from this like laser which point all the way up to the top of this like bubble that we're in at the moment. And it's funny because when you get to the top of it, look at this, and then this is we weren't meant to see this. This is completely a hidden situation. And yeah, these kind of underwater like temples and old ruins. We've got some really cool flowers everywhere and kind of underwater. And I just think this is so cool because we've experienced so many of the no-go zones in Astraeos with the upcoming content. And this is another one that we went over. And this one is a bit of a bigger kind of village now. I mean, look at all of this down here. It's all so beautiful and it's unfinished, which is what's so exciting. And if we come over here, take a look at the size of this one, guys. Look at inside of here. Like, this is, we can't even get here at this moment in time. You have to be in ghost mode to ghost your way through this on the map, which is just, oh, we just got an even better, if you come over here, you can, this part of it is not even underwater. We're gonna, look at this. And does it instantly go into that again when we run in? Oh, it hasn't. We are in an area of Astraeos right now. A hidden world. Which is just incredible. I mean, and this is obviously definitely like upcoming content-wise. Because we're not meant to be here. But hopefully Nakatas will forgive us for showing this off. But when we actually go through, you can see even more of it, and then there's more of these, which I don't know if there's anything in these. This is the first time when you guys are seeing this is the first time that I've seen it. You can even see, look at this. Is that Syntac? Is that Syntac again? Is there even more? I don't want to end up dying. We're in a whole new place where we should not be. I can't, even in ghost mode, I can't get through here. Can I? We're definitely in ghost mode, right? Or not? I don't even think we're in ghost mode anymore. We might have to go back into ghost mode and see if we can get through here. Because I'm seeing like a door to something here. Right, let's try this. Toggle ghost. Oh, we're through. See, that is definitely a door to something. But I think we're out of ghost again already. Toggle ghost. Yeah, I think this is generally, like, not even ghost mode will get you through here. Or will it? Why am I just staring at my big shoulders? I don't know why this is happening. I'm just not letting this break anything right now. We're up to this magic door. What's through this door? There's got to be something. So yeah, some really, really interesting findings today, guys. And there's obviously some very exciting up-and-coming content for Astraeos, because not only do we have this area over here, but as you can see on the right side of the map, that's going to be another upcoming version, which this will all completely 100% finish the map. And obviously very inspired by Gen 1 and with the underwater. And I do think, I did mention this to you guys, I think Gen 1 is going to come first. And then when Gen 1 comes out, then Nakatas can utilize some of the Gen 1 assets to finish off this map for the underwater space. And that is what I'm expecting. And that's why I think right now the release date for it is just simply summer 2026. Because they don't really know until Gen comes out and settles and everything. But it's going to be an exciting time. Can't wait to be with you guys on the launch of Gen 1. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.